Do you think Pro Tools has become less of an industry standard for recording and mixing, with programs like Reaper and even Ableton really stepping up in the past 5 years? What benefits does Pro Tools still have over other competitors? Is it too expensive now with the subscription model?
Hey people, what's up? It's Jan again for the second Q&A session. Facebook user Melon asked about Pro Tools and its relevance as industry standard nowadays. So, well, obviously that's a good question, and things have changed a lot over the last couple of years. So, what's my take on this? Everybody knows I'm a Pro Tools user. I started with Pro Tools, I think, in version 4 in the late 90s, and I've been a Pro Tools user since, so I'm probably a little bit biased. So I guess it all depends on the industry that you're in. So if you're an EDM producer and you work from home with MIDI a lot, chances are that you don't think Pro Tools is the industry standard at all, and you're probably working with Ableton or Logic, and that's perfectly fine. If, however, you work in post-production, or maybe you're a large studio and you record orchestras, chances are you will very much see Pro Tools as an industry standard. And one of the reasons is that now Pro Tools offers DSP or HDX systems. When it comes to post, I would say that the surround capabilities of Pro Tools are really, really, really good. And if you look at the automation, I find that Pro Tools is a bit ahead of most other competitors, especially when it comes down to the advanced automation, like right to start, right to end, right to selected areas, preview mode, and so on. So Pro Tools can do quite a few things that other DAWs can't, and the question is, do you need those features or not? So therefore some people may argue that Pro Tools is too expensive with the current subscription model. If you can, let's say, use Reaper for less money, that's perfectly fine if you get the job done. So I guess the real answer here is, what's the best solution for you? And for some people that's clearly Pro Tools. For other people it might be Logic, it might be Ableton, and there is such a huge variety of DAWs out now today that and every single one of them is great. So I use Harrison Mixbus a lot, but it's not good for everything. It works really well in some things, but in other situations I prefer Pro Tools. So it really depends on the user, it depends on you. I'd risk a bold statement that in 2020 every single DAW out there is fantastic. And no listener will ever decide to buy your song or not buy your song because you use the wrong DAW. It doesn't really matter which DAW you use. It really depends on what you do with it. Like, it's a tool. It's like the hammer for a carpenter. Nobody really cares which hammer the carpenter uses as long as the job gets done. And that's probably more true than ever in 2020. So yeah, I hope this clears a couple of things up. Don't worry too much about it. It's not a really valuable discussion to have. If you have a DAW and it works well for you, just stick with that. That's my point. Okay, I hope that cleared things up a little bit, so don't worry too much about it. Just make great music. Looking forward to hearing from you all. Stay tuned to more Q&A sessions. Please post your questions in the comments below, and I hope to hear from you soon. Happy days!